I want to clarify something really quick. The Class 3 trial definitely tilted me, and my voice isn't all the way here yet, unfortunately. But I still do enjoy the game. And in Chapter 4, nothing about the game tilted me. It took me so long to get through what I thought was going to be like a quicker investigation that the actual record is going to have to be chopped down because the actual recording was unreasonably long for a watching experience, which is part of what tilts me about these. Is like the watching experience, right? I want to keep them down to like even if we get under 2 hours even, but like the 2 hour, 2.5 mark at most, except trials. Trials tend to be long, so I don't mind that too much. But yeah, just for clarity, I am definitely enjoying this game too, despite that. So as usual, you know, if you want to subscribe, like, you enjoy the video, thank you for clicking on the video and watching, and let's jump into the 4th class trial. I think we have skills. Maybe we don't. I don't think I have any skills. That's why I keep failing so much at these. Oh wait, we have shred guitar. Yes, that's right. Did we have that last time? Because we would have gotten that from Ibuki. Interesting. Maybe I just didn't notice it. Yeah, I didn't scroll down because we have a lot more skill points. I think we had like 20 max even by like the final chapter. And with this one we had like 55. And we're only at like the 4th trial.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
I
During
have
the class trial,
no idea who did it
present
this
your
time.
arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
And that's based on the
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment.
It's basically
If you pick the wrong person.
Thank you, Monokuma. Could you just a little bit? I don't have no idea who did it this time because like we got the file in the last episode and stuff that was implying that all these trials and cases were following along how the first killing game went. Which means if we go by the first killing game in the first game, basically, the 4th one ended up being a suicide through a series of plot twists and events. The way Nekomaru was messed up, because he's a robot now, by the way, I don't know how that would be a suicide. Cause he got messed up in a way that's like, I don't know. I don't know if that can really be it, but you know, we'll see.
Punish everyone besides the blackened, and that
Wow.
person will earn the right to leave this island.
The X over Mekon is actually a cross, probably like the
I'm
medical
sure
symbol.
You guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go.
Even that little thing that he just mentioned, it's like, this particular scenario was created by Monokuma. It wasn't like the usual scenarios where like everyone's getting along, there's a little bit of a motive though, maybe someone goes for it, something happens. This one was like, hey, you guys are gonna starve to death because I'm just gonna put you in here unless someone kills somebody, kind of a thing. I said it was like cheating despair, because like it wasn't really making the despair in them, like motivating them through like a slight means, like a slight push, and then gravity doing the rest. It was like, no, I'm pushing you all off a cliff, and if someone doesn't kill somebody, no one's getting parachutes, and you're all just gonna splat. You know what I mean?
Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Here I was complaining about how long it takes me to get through stuff, but that's basically what I'm saying is what's going to be different from now on, is I tend to then rush the end of certain things. I'm like, I just got to get through it, so the recording time's short, so people aren't watching for 10,000 years. Instead, I'm just going to go at a normal pace, and I'm just going to plan on cutting stuff. Not obviously gameplay, major plot points, and stuff like that either, but like if I'm messing up on something for like 5 minutes, I'm just going to plan to cut that out and pretend like it was never an issue. So we'll just roll on, and I won't be rushing endings anymore, is basically what I'm saying, because we found out some interesting stuff last chapter, and I took a second to digest it. Like I went and showered and shaved and everything and just kind of consumed what we learned. Wow.
I'm not the main ingredient, right?
Oh, you totally are.
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Dang. Really? So Nekomaru and food are just on an even pedestal for you. Okay.
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident?
Mm-hmm.
We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
Also, Fuyuhiko's cool now, so...
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower from Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime
You
was
can confirm that.
with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
As everybody should be, the thing, you weren't allowed to be late. What are you thinking, my dude?
Don't tell me three were together since last night.
No.
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
Oh yeah, because they're the ultimate gymnast.
Floor of Grape House. We went to the tower together.
And
Yeah.
then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
Oh man.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
And we just got Nekomaru back. That's what. Look. Okay. Look. I don't know who did it this time, but we're getting close to that point of the game where I kind of like everybody that's still alive at this point, and one of us is a killer. So this is probably gonna be a painful trial, but not because of length or tiltingness, except for improved Hangman's Gambit. I still stand by that what I said. But I don't want any of these people to be the blackened.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
Yes, even Nagito, he's grown on me because like he's not obviously probably the nicest character to Hajime right now, but like as a character specifically, yeah, I think he's actually pretty great.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
No, it's true.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate. We set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Because even that, it's like you would be like, oh, Strawberry House was broken, so none of the guys, because guys were staying in Strawberry House, could have done it, right? Nekomaru was a guy too, and he was in Strawberry House, and he made it to Grape Tower to be killed, right? Or not to be killed specifically, but it's like, that doesn't exonerate like the guys from being suspects, because if Nekomaru was able to get to there, the killer probably was able to get there too, right? So, I mean, killer could have been one of the guys, could have been one of the girls. We're gonna find out, I'm saying, but like, that's even that, I don't, like, usually I take a wild guess. It'd be like if I guessed it was one of you two because you're on screen right now, right? That'd be like a wild guess just because. I got nothing right now besides that. Obviously, we're not gonna roll with that. You know what? Let's roll with that. We're gonna roll with that just because it'd be wild. I don't think it's actually, don't actually go that route because I have no evidence though. It's specifically because I usually try and guess someone before these get going. And this is based on like the most shallow method. We did eeny, meeny, miny, mo for like chapter 2. It's not going well for us.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
Well, you're going kind of the direction I just went.
Definitely.
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of
Dang.
you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
I'm pretty sure it's not.
You're the cruelest one here.
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
It really
the
does.
incident
Yeah.
notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Because in one episode, the mic just wasn't recording for some reason, so I always gotta check that.
Well, the weapon is obvious, right? What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking at it. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing in the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... Ah, here we go. Time for the pain to start. Where's... No, whoa, hey, oh,
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
rotate. Oil on the floor,
pillar,
to the pillar, new looking hammer.
The hammer!
That didn't have any oil on it though?
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Nope.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
Yeah, that's the problem though. The weapon was clean. It was a new looking hammer, and there was a lot of like robo blood on Mekamaru. The hammer in the tower was the weapon. Like I said, it looks like that's the case, but
And beat the crap out.
see,
No, that's
I
wrong.
always overthink the like you can bet money that I always will overthink the first one. The first one's usually like, no,
accept
we're
that
just
that
getting you
hammer was the
into the
murder.
trial. Now start thinking, and I just all right. The hammer doesn't have blood on it, so I guess it is a contradiction, of course, but still, I can't say the hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
There's no blood on it. It's too clean. Look how messed up he was.
Nekomaru's body. just like human blood, right?
Look at our boy.
If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
With what? And also why?
Why?
Why just leave? Why have the weapon there to begin
Well,
with?
obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then just don't have the hammer.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
Either discard the hammer or clean the oil.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta?
Baby gangster? Me?
Just so y'all know, I was trying to test you guys. I thought maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Nice
That
cover
was a
up.
waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle?
Work it backwards. Throw it in reverse.
If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
There you go. You know what did? The pillar that I stupidly fell for. The broken pillar.
See?
Yes. Whew. I'm not completely
The only
stupid.
thing with oil
Okay.
is that broken pillar.
Then
I
that pillar is the
know
weapon. Coach Nekomaru got
what I was
clobbered with
thinking.
that pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar.
Nobody?
Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah, we did, and we couldn't. Couldn't budget. Even with power times 3.
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy.
It was. I really like this courtroom. It's like really unsettling, but also I kind of like it.
But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Nekomaru himself.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You
Good
mean
question.
Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
I feel like they're feeding us that narrative too early, so that might not be it.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
But it does bother me a little. That word, suicide. By the way, the 4th murder in the killing school life was apparently ruled a suicide. To be fair, it was more of like a sacrifice, but it technically, in simpler terms, I guess, you know? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit
But
suicide.
that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
If it fell?
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
For reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all.
Mhm.
All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Alright. I mean, there was this one time, as a kid, we had a hanging frame on the wall. I backed into it. The frame came off the wall, hit me on the head. Hurt real bad.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
Good night button, oil on the floor, tipped over
was not
pillar?
lifted. Beating him with it is beyond a dream.
Unless it was made to
What
fall
about
over.
tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
That could work.
Even I could probably tip it over.
With the right tools, anyways.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Yeah?
Sonia, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited.
What's the transcript button? The killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over the pillar? Is that really it?
Him with it is beyond.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Yeah, okay.
No, that's wrong.
Dang, I actually felt smart for once, because I actually got one right on the first try for once.
If Nekomaru
'cause
was
I-
crushed by the pillar, then there should have been
Headphones, you
fragments
alright?
on top of his body.
Yeah, thank you, Hajime.
Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar
Yeah.
had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened. I see. That was entirely my bad.
No, it was actually a good thinking, like, direction to think about, because, like, if the pillar's the weapon, it had to be of use in some different way than obviously wielding it, so...
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There are other things to figure out, but if we can't establish a murder weapon, like, we're not going anywhere fast.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
You're in a deadly class trial. Maybe you need instincts sometimes.
We can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we? There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
Yeah, if you want to fill us in, my dude.
You guys, same as usual.
Oh, changed Nagito.
You're
Gotcha.
unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
Then give us the answer, fellow classmate.
What did you say? Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Yeah, you can stop talking and then start saying actual
Hey, Nagito.
meaningful stuff. That'd be
What the
nice.
hell happened to you?
Don't ask. No one wants to know.
How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
He's going through that rebellious phase that we just ignore people when they do that.
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
What do you mean?
Who cares? Just
Thank
tell
you.
us how
Just
the pillar
tell
was
us. We
used
don't
to
want to
kill.
know. We don't want to know.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon. Ultimate weapon?
Isn't
Oh.
that the thing you get
The
when you
final
clear the
dead
final
room.
dead room?
Final Dead... That's the thing, too, in the last episode. I actually really like the Final Dead Room. I just didn't know Othello. I didn't know that at all. So I actually low-key had to look up Othello. And then I made the mistake of going Danganronpa Othello. Because I was thinking, oh, because it's in the game, it might be different. And I didn't spoil anything, like, of the series or anything. But it did just give me the code. So I gotta admit that in the last episode. Because obviously I was there for a while. And that was part of, like, my frustration. Where it was like, I'm loving this room, I love the concept, but I can't get past this part because I don't know. So, you know.
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course
Yeah.
I know.
He cleared the
But
final
I'm
dead
pretty
room.
sure everyone else has seen it, you know? You've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate
Dang it, Gundam.
weapon.
I like this guy. I like Gundam.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark daggers of destruction.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
The secret of the the window?
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
Because we got to play as Nagito in the last one too. That's why we did the final dead room, because he's the ultimate lucky student. So he was actually able to do the Russian roulette with 5 bullets in and win.
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right?
I don't know. Hajime, I feel, is on par with these cats. That's also, it's just ignore Nagito. He's like I said, great character, but he's antagonistic as all heck. So just ignore him. Just ignore him.
Then I think
It's like high school. You just ignore those people. You don't give them anything. You don't listen to them. You don't feed them. Not like legally don't feed them food. Like, I just mean you don't feed their actions. I should clarify, just in case someone's like, oh, you condone not feeding people. No, feed everybody.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Oh, Sonia ASMR, like Brocon ASMR.
Faux show. I shall
Faux
leave this
show.
matter to your discretion.
The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Did we? Wait, we found proof. What? Wait, what proof did we find? I read that and like at the same time I didn't read it. Wait,
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower
tipped over
are
pillars.
actually the exact same place.
Yuhiko's account. The wall
So
clock.
that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
No. Broken doorknob.
Weird to say they're both the same price.
I mean, the walls are different colors.
The
Oh!
designs on the floor are also different.
Oh, hang
We've
on.
already settled this problem.
Hang on.
Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. The whole time we've been thinking the two towers are the same building, but
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
yeah.
No, that's wrong.
I was waiting. Okay, so in the third trial, hang on, I'll let them speak for a little bit.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Okay, so in the last trial, when I was cutting out a lot of my mistakes, one mistake I kept making was whether I slowed down time or left it normal, I kept hitting white noise that would just show up in front. So I held it there and didn't fire, because that's what kept happening in the third trial, which is part of what tilted me, is that I would slow it down, whatever, I'd blind fire, it would always just find a way to get white noise in front of me. There it didn't, so I was waiting, I was like, where's the white noise so I could shoot it with the silencer? Nothing. Okay, cool.
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
Wow, what?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
Yes, you will.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall.
Mm-hmm.
But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
Yes.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
I don't know about
So
that.
then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer? Does
You
that
got a
mean
point.
he's wrong? Oops, I guess I've said too much.
Yeah.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building.
Ah. Dang it, not this one.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
But weren't we all together?
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower,
And they also moved the whole entire crime scene to match as
well,
well.
we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it.
Now, Monokuma doesn't mess with anything. He's terrible, but he never lies, so I'm pretty sure if we ask him...
While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it.
Not a bad idea, but...
Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
What? Okay. I mean, that's the whole point of a trial and stuff. You debate. Let's see. What are we looking at here? Broken doorknob, pillar fragments, chain, new-looking hammer, tipped over pillar. We've used tipped over pillar already, so... Oh, no, we've used... No, okay. We haven't used chain yet. Or the oil on the floor, which would be hard to clean. Okay, maybe it's
There
this
are
one.
many different ways. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear.
That is true.
The pillar, the body, everything at the core.
There it is.
Cut through those words.
Sorry, but no. No,
Moving
don't
the
do it.
body and pillar is possible.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It would have been
No, I'm not.
impossible to move the oil on the floor.
I'm not. Yeah?
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too.
That's true.
Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
There'd be no way to scoop it up, no way to replicate it. Yeah,
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
right.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
I mean, it's good debating that. That's what I was saying. A trial and stuff. That's a Socratic seminar. That's part of the point. You debate stuff sometimes not to argue, but to draw things out, as in draw out facts about what's going on. So now we've established that.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that
Thank you,
either.
Chiaki.
Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah,
That is
the
true.
E-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
That's a good question. What you thinking about, Chiaki?
No idea, huh?
The mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse, but we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the person who has those clues. Ah, Nagito.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Oh, determine something, huh? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
How do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that.
Do you?
The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
Oh, the final dead room. He performed the appropriate action in order to get the secret. Could they be talking about the final dead room, the life-threatening game?
I see.
You're talking about the final.
It was
dead
such a
room.
fun room, but it took me like an hour, so I had to chop it up.
You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it.
The window.
In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself.
Right.
From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Did you?
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an
Go for
opportune
it.
time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
Now, as he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again.
Oh, so we're just in a forest now. We were in a amusement park, and now we're just in a forest?
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House. From the secret room within the final dead room.
Well, you're definitely not on the ground floor. You're at the treetops.
But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Right. Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
Ah, this. What doesn't make sense in this picture? The fact that we're above the trees. If we're so, there we go. It's the tower, right? There's only one tower in the picture, and that's what we've been thinking all along, which means it's not unnatural at all. Don't you agree?
Crap!
Well, no. What I'm thinking the height though. Like we shouldn't.
Here!
Oh, well, I could just hit the trees for the height. Okay, I got it.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
My thinking was, if the layout was the way they've been saying it, you should have seen from the tower like Grape House on the other side, but you didn't see that. I guess this is where they're going instead.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angle suggests it was taken from higher up.
Yeah. Yep.
I see. And is that it?
Nagito said there's a lot of other things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained within it. Wait, so now I can click on the tower? What doesn't make sense? The fact that, yeah, exactly, that grape ain't over there, so I can click the tower now, right? No. Dang, okay.
Crap!
Fine. I figure that's... Or do I just click over here? Dang it.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was,
Yes, this is...
Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle.
I'm so bad at not getting ahead.
Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind you.
Yeah, and there's nothing there. I'm just gonna ignore the tower.
I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
Yeah.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
No. There was a trap door in the Final Dead room, the bonus room, that on the ground. And I wonder if that's how Nagito ended up getting to Grape House towards the end of the investigation, which would mean that they're on top of each other.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
Yep.
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
Like, we haven't been doing most of the work for the past 3 trials, my dude. Are you not here? Are you not all the way here? You're not all the way here, let's be real.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
Yep. The other clue. Is he talking about that one time? Well, hello there, Hajime. Ah, General Kenobi. General Komeda. I have to shorten the syllables in his name for this joke to work. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up. How did you even come here? Maybe I teleported. Oh, Chaos Control. He's actually Shadow the Hedgehog. He's not Makoto at all. I'm pretty sure that's not true anymore either.
On the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma archive should be the only room on the 3rd floor of Grape House.
Unless...
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now the other hint to figure out the mystery behind the funhouse structure? Oh, it totally. It's definitely stacked. The reason Nagito appeared from the 3rd floor, using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just... Oh, no. No. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. I have never been so excited for me to be wrong about what I think is coming. I thought we were leading into Hangman's Gambit. Logic dive. Let's go. What's the jump button again? Oh, okay. Okay, learn on the fly. If we stay ooh. Excuse you? I still like logic dive. No, it's fine. Oh, ooh. I thought that was going to be a question, so I wasn't prepared. Ooh. Ooh. Question 1. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? Yes. Yeah, that was an easier one. Oh no, wait, whoa, okay. I see. You guys want to be tricky. Ooh, it's trick to rock a rhyme. That's right on time. Oh geez, in the morning. It's tricky. I'm sold. No one will know that reference, unfortunately. Let's see. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or 2 different buildings? They're the same. They have to be the same. They're stacked. We're going with it. They're totally stacked. Like, the physical areas are different, but they're 2 areas in the same building. Like like the way a mall would. We're all okay. Hey. I like Logic Dive. I like you, Logic Dive, but you're throwing me some sorcery right now. Throwing it in a circle, but like the wrong kind of throwing it in a circle. The kind of circle that I don't really want to go around and around in. Oh, here we go. Question 3. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned from each other? Horizontally? No, vertically. Vertically, like, stacked. On top. That's what they mean when they say vertically, right? They're going for the hole on top of each other. Thank goodness. We out. You can't stop us. Ooh boy. Ooh boy.
It's all coming together.
Ooh boy. Who's the voice?
Got it.
Sojiro.
I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
They're on top of each other.
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House.
Yep.
Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Yeah.
And the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
Yeah.
If you think about it like that,
Okay. Okay.
based on Nagito's
Okay, that
picture,
makes sense.
it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Where Strawberry House is located, above Grape.
I see!
That's how he came down through the door in the bottom.
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
I
snap.
never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
I mean, yeah, but
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes.
that's true.
A quadrilateral and a hexagon. Overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them.
Ta-da.
It worked, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to
Interesting.
sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
Interesting. So Monokuma was being tricky.
Just been Kuma'd!
Really punked?
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then
Sure.
it's true? The building was really like that?
Okay.
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
I mean, you have really little knowledge,
And
apparently.
what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
I
Yeah,
don't think
Strawberry
so.
Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building.
Because we saw the tower.
Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House.
Yeah.
Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
Okay.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple.
Oh, is it? All right. Now's your time to shine. Here we go.
Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Did they really reference Goofy movie? Because I was thinking, oh, come on. Oh, I love that movie. I love that movie. Oh, I love that movie. Ah, jeez. Oh, jeez. Hey, whoa, whoa, wait, hold on.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
The wire? No.
Hurry up, dumbass.
Good night button? No. Tiller pillar, we
One
use
of the
that.
bodies in one of
Chain?
the towers
Maybe it's that one?
was actually a dummy.
Oh, no.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Yeah, how do you...
It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
That is true.
Magnificent, Gundam!
No.
No fair, you totally stole my spotlight.
Gundam, you can't agree with
So which
Kazuichi
one was
after
a
all this
fake
time.
body? Shut up, just pick one of them. One of the bodies in one of it was actually a dummy.
Strange
No, that's
feeling
wrong.
in the tower? How? How is that the correct bullet? Why is that the correct bullet?
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
But that's not the bullet. The bullet wasn't Kazuichi's account. It was strange feeling in the tower.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
Not just that, the parts I carefully arranged on a similar body are all moved too. Then why wouldn't the bullet be Kazuichi's account? No wonder I spent like 10 minutes on that.
the killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Sure, but just
Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke.
That's okay, fine.
You are joking, right?
No?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I think I just disagree. Like, just give me Kazuichi's account as a bullet, and then I just that would have went so much faster. I feel instead of just brute forced it and just kept shooting everything at everything until something finally worked.
I see. That is disappointing.
So I mean, I don't know if I. Okay, that's okay.
Even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
Maybe
Can
not.
you think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
An elevator. An elevator. Kind of like the other elevator. Oh, and now you're gonna hit me with the 1-2 punch? I already know what it is, but we're not probably gonna. Oh, if letters collide, we're just dead before, you know, things collide off screen and. Oh boy. It's elevator. I just need an E. You keep giving me the T and the A. It's elevator. Before things collide. There's the E. I need. Whew. There we go. All right. That one went so much better. That went so much better.
You must be talking about an elevator.
Yeah.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
What the
Yeah.
hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself.
The tower itself. Okay,
The
that's why it needs
inside of the
sensors.
tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
Right.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
Like an elevator would. Okay.
See, we were basically waiting for the room to arrive just like an elevator.
Right.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
Was it Kazuichi? Maybe someone was onto something when they said the whole rotate 180 degrees thing?
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right?
That is correct.
But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
That's because it's a different door.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When
Yeah.
you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
Thank you, Chiaki.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, the oil. We've been talking about this stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. The one thing that all these things have in common, they were all on the floor, they were all Nekomaru's parts, they were all huge, they were all heavy, they were all on the floor?
I see.
Gotcha.
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer.
Okay.
The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
Mm-hmm. There's something unique about that elevator. Only the floor moves. It's a normal circle. You can only enter from one side. There's no ceiling. Wait, what? You can only enter one side at a time. It's in a normal circle. Only the floor moves. I mean, that is true. Only the floor moves. There's got to be a ceiling eventually. We can't see the ceiling. You enter it from one side at a time. Kind of. Could this be the answer on the... Okay, well, you know what? Okay.
Damn it!
Forget that. Okay, I forgot we had like 30 seconds to answer this question.
I see.
I should have just went with my gut feeling on that one. That's my fault.
So that's it.
I should have
elevator was
known,
designed so only the
but
floor
I
moved.
didn't.
Only the floor moved?
I thought that was already established though. Like that's like literally what we just talked about. The whole floor, the whole thing's a movable. Yeah.
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator. Only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower.
Oh, well, I mean, I felt like that was... It's like the tower is the elevator shaft and the... Okay, never mind. I'm overthinking
Which
things.
means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design.
Yeah.
And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
To the respective towers.
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
That is true.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
You mean like Monokuma?
Did you hear that, Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Yeah.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Right. Like you said, I could probably use those parts to repair the button, but seriously, hold on. Even if I do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? A chain? At least Strawberry Tower has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on Strawberry Side Hall, the door won't open as long as that chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower.
Okay.
Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse.
Okay.
The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth.
Oh, is that so?
The
Ooh,
truth
boy.
that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building.
Right.
The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it
That's
really,
really
have
complex,
inconvenienced
huh?
the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It
Probably.
would have been a major inconvenience.
That's the secret?
After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly.
Oh, that's fine by me.
There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
The rail. Who said the rail thingy with the compass, right? Now that you mention, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then When your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side.
But
But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator.
but
And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator.
that is true.
Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
Jeez. I agree. What does this mean? What does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same on both houses. Nope. In fact, it's a fun house. You gotta think creatively. But in fact, my back was facing the elevator Grape House, the tower was on my right. When my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break this contradiction? The compass. You gotta think creatively. The elevator turns. That's why the compass did the whole thing. Yeah, contact elevator. It's... Where's the compass? Wait, hold on. Hang on. Where would the compass be? Would that be Kazuichi's account? Yeah, see, this is Kazuichi's account. Apparently the compass needle spun 180 degrees while inside the contact elevator. How? Never mind.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
I'll show you a contradiction.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Vertically, not horizontally.
I'm pretty sure I did that, like, before, but okay. That's... okay.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
That's what I mean, like, words,
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito.
Okay.
Right?
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees? Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
Yeah.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
Yep.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement
Which is what the fourth island is.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
Ooh,
So we're done with the secret
okay.
of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
The funhouse itself?
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
I mean, you're the one that brought it
As long
up.
as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
Like, that's the plot twist. It was, Octagon's an 8-sided shape. Come on now.
See.
That's the secret. The house itself just dunked on
An octagon
Nekomaru.
is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable. I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
Final dead room. Well, wait, how would I click on the final dead room from here? Like...
Here!
Oh, okay, that's how.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Yeah.
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
Yeah.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In
Isn't that still a
actuality,
hexagon?
That place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learn?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse.
Okay, so the funhouse just came to life and just messed Nekomaru up. That's terrifying.
Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
Okay.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
Yeah.
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon. What does that mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? Are we finally at the halftime? Because we haven't been at the halftime in a hot minute, and so this case is a long one, it looks like.
Hiya!
Why, hello there! I thought of a new bad word to come onto me. How can I tell I won't be pleased with this? Let me say it right away. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Enemy is a serious Stu Flatley. It's much more straightforward than I expected. Stu Flatley, huh? Tis. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of those would be, ta-da, Stu Flatley. That's just, there's a fat hidden in there.
Okay, everyone, all together now. Mon ami is a serious Stu Fatley.
Resume.
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. Ugh, my heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
And smash like. You forget that part.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
Oh, Chiaki's even shook? That's not
well,
good.
let's just press on ahead.
Wait, no.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily? I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
Then we just have to prove it's true.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
Yeah, he's saying y'all ain't good enough.
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You're drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be
Ah.
better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Yeah. Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? The head wound. He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beat with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building's structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that also utilized the building's structure? Beat with a blood object. We just said not. Crushed by the elevator. No. Dead battery. No. So the only thing left is falling.
I see.
You fell?
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
What a sucky way to go. Holy crap.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected.
And like you go through the door to one, you just fall. Like you open the door to the tower, you just fall for it head first. Just oh no.
Then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are
Dang.
you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't. Well, I don't think it's as simple as the door just opened. That'd be way too simple.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
The elevator.
Might be possible in the tower.
Yeah, the tower.
You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
That's true.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If you want to reach the truth behind the incident, I need to solve that mystery next. Click, click, load the bullets. Bulletin boards. Let's see. How would they have done it? Strange feeling in tower. Broken doorknob? Are we gonna finally talk about the broken doorknob? Is that how this is gonna work? Let's see.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
It might be.
How about this?
Simpossible, did you see that? Yeah,
After
Simpossible.
locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
No, but what if it wasn't a moving object because he was
Which means
put
the
in...
elevator wouldn't have moved either.
No, someone did him dirty?
The threshold of that elevator.
No. Help me out, Hachima. I need to make it clear that so they understand that Nekomaru fell to his death. Looks like it's all up to me. If he was asleep, all of his functions wouldn't move.
It'd be impossible. Then, after locking they moved the elevator and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object.
Yes!
No, that's wrong.
Woo! Yes. Make a scene. Yes.
That sensor should only work if something is moving.
Yeah.
If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
The goodnight button.
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed it, right?
Right.
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest!
Ooh.
Now you're calling me a pest?
Dang. Chiaki's not even helping him anymore, if she ever was. A way to create a drop into the elevator while Nekomaru's still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Let's just dual wield 2 truth cylinders with truth bullets, and we'll find the truth. Now we're gonna talk about things like the wire and the broken doorknob and stuff like that. Because I think, okay.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
Yep. Focus on the
That
track bag.
arrangement is- The hammer is suspicious.
No?
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
No.
What about the oil on the floor?
Nope.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Yep.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Ooh, just a pest again.
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Doorknob on the floor seems...
There we go.
Agree with that.
He's right, but I just gotta figure out which one makes him right. I knew it. Yeah, something happened here.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Okay, yeah.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Yeah, that wire.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob.
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
Yeah.
That's right. He was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor.
Mm-hmm.
With
Okay,
that,
okay.
They moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower.
Alright.
And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
Dang, he got done real dirty then.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
A horse.
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves.
Mm-hmm.
By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Oh, come on. Not this one.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why?
Why not?
Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that. Then how do you get him to fall?
Fair enough.
Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
That's a fair point, actually. To be fair, that is true. We gotta prove that. How would we prove that? Wire, tip of a pillar, new looking hammer, pillar fragments, clock's alarm? The radio clock, the clock's alarm or timer, not the pillar fragments, not the new looking hammer. We've used all of these except for these two. So is it the radio clock? Because the radio clock was in his chest, and the clock's alarm timer, he was asleep, so we need to wake up with the
Even
alarm.
if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire,
Oh, whoa, I'm supposed to be...
how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
Oh no, I'm out. Wow. I agree with Kazuchi's wondering, hang on, how did I run out of slices?
Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him. There's no way they could do that.
Okay, I gotta be more careful.
It
No
doesn't mean someone
spaminero.
had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
Yeah, it is.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't want to argue that.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow
Nope.
me to cut through those words.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
Ooh.
You woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why.
You might freak out a little
If
bit.
something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
Okay.
In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
Right.
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
Yeah.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Okay.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... Oh, earlier when we were trying to jiggle it, Nekomaru already loosened it. The fierce roar, yeah, okay, and he almost broke the doorknob way back then, so it was already almost broken. So, yeah, there we go. Okay. Don't really... If that's really what it was, then that's the clue Nekomaru left for
I
us.
see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
He left it for us, meaning he purposely made that break off as a... Oh, no.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
Hey, acceptance is like already the 5th step, but the first step to admitting it. Now you can just become a better person.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Oh, wow.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
He's actually into it.
This guy. He gets off on this.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down.
Correct.
That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Absolutely. Doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell into the floor, the only thing I can think of that happened to him was he collided with the pillar.
I see.
Let's go. Let's get some
Nekomaru fell to
W's
the
in here
floor.
now.
He ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
Coincidence. Coincidence. It's pronounced coincidence. Not coincidence, but coincidence. Well, okay. It's always been a hard word for me to spell, so I'm trying to look at it and be like, oh, that's how Google wants me to spell it.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Coincidence.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Yeah?
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed.
Oh,
How
no.
were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after the other. But I can't choke about a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue to break through this contradiction. What bullets? Load my guns. The wall clock? The radio clock? Oh, there's a couple here that could be.
We headed...
What's the wall clock? Radio clock. The clock in Nekomaru's chest receives a radio wave at fixed intervals and automatically adjusts itself if time is off. Basically, it's an amazingly precise clock that can't be tampered with, not even to set the time. Alright. Wall clock. At 5:30 a.m. Oh, this is a long one. The alarm of the wall clock in the lounge, the second hall. Coincident managed to stop the alarm because Luigi. Oh, this is when it was ringing. Okay, it's probably not that actually. Let's start losing a lot. Then it's probably that. It's probably
7 a.m., I am certain.
radio clock.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Yeah, one of them's wrong.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Can't do that.
No, that's wrong.
I usually let the conversation go the whole way, but like that was clear. That was just so
No,
clear.
the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
No.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding.
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
The time of the contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Logic dive? If I can focus, I think I should be able to find a way to answer that mystery. Logic dive. Let's go. I like logic dive. I like this one. Beep. Beep. I even like messing up on this one because it doesn't feel so bad. Oh, ooh. Maybe because it's also a lot of gameplay where I can actually mess up, but it's like funny at least. Maybe people can get a good. Oh, nope. Just gonna jump over all my problems and just pretend like they don't exist. When in reality, you should get some cement and seal up that road. Cement, by the way. Oh, what happened? What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Where the murder happened, the time in the building, who the killer is. I mean, if we understood the killer, that would be, you know, great too. They misunderstand with the time in the building. If the radio clock is accurate, then the other clocks are the ones that are messed. The other ones, the other clocks are the ones that are messed up. Oh, I like this. I like a challenge. Bring me a challenge. I haven't been challenged in 400 years. Do I have to jump that? I wanted a challenge. Now I have a challenge, and it's perfectly fine. Oh, do I have to jump this too? You think that's a trick? I deserve that one. I deserve that. And I was talking some good mess. Okay. I deserved that one. Ooh. Full speed, and you still can't stop me. Look at these tricks. Look at me shredding it. Okay, question 2. When the clock was tampered with, which clock was tampered with? The building's clocks. You can't tamper with Nekomaru's. Automatically eliminates the other two. You can't. Man, wouldn't it be this easy if you could take a test and when you're really struggling on a question, you could just do this? Oh, this is how you're gonna do me, huh? It's fine. It's fine. I was literally chosen by heaven to complete this with extreme ease and lack of difficulty. Look at this. Which house had the wrong time? Both. All of them were tampered with. All the clocks. Ta-da. See you later. Is there a 4th question? Or is that it? Alright.
It's all coming together.
It sure is.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But
Then they
what
were
if
all messed with.
Those clocks had been messed with.
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building,
Yep.
there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
Yep.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Oh, is your old self returned?
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
She's right. That's the main problem. I need to clarify how much time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. That's definitely the next mystery. I'm going to reach the truth in one go. In one go? Okay, Hajime, you're saying we're gonna do this first try. Akane's account? Wait, it's one of these accounts. It's one of these accounts. Stop everything. It's one of these accounts, because these accounts both have time in them, right? So apparently Fuyuhiko saw Nekomaru walking toward the first floor at 5 a.m., which if the time's wrong, then no, he didn't. Apparently Akane heard a rumbling noise at 5:30 a.m. Alright, let's let it go. Go, conversation.
Then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
Yep.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
No, it's Akane's account. Give me Akane's account again.
Our time.
The rumbling
Clues
noise.
that can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
It's Akane's account because that was the rumbling.
Scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
Okay, it's Akane's account, but it's one of those two. I don't know if do we consent with one person or do we argue against Fuyuhiko.
Only I heard the sound when he fell.
Thank you. Consent with Sonia.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Yes.
Rumbling? I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it.
Okay.
It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
That was the impact sound. Okay.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
So 2 hours?
Tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane.
Nice. If the rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30 a.m., and then the answer how much time was off is literally right in front of me, 2 hours.
I see!
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 whole hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
True.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
To use his alarm clock to kill Nekomaru, right?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only
If you
Nekomaru?
messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Okay. Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. If they were trying to lure out only Nekomaru, then that specific thing is the Monokuma Tai Chi, or the clock's alarm. I guess Monokuma.
I see!
Yeah, Monokuma Tai Chi.
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right?
Right.
But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru.
His radio clock.
Had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
Yeah.
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m.
Which would have been 7 a.m.
And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's
I wonder
pretty
why
much it.
Nekomaru didn't notice no one else was going, though. Maybe ask some questions, but...
At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Ooh.
He didn't even ask you yet.
Jeez, how outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi, but it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped. So no one got
You said
punished?
everyone. You were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Fire? I'm right.
That's not it. It's incorrect.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru,
Right.
the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Has it?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar.
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
Oh, the one in the lounge?
I witnessed Nekomaru. The clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Okay.
Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
Good question.
Remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. There was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Oh, no. Are you gonna say it's Nagito because he didn't... Well, hold on. Time out. Because, like, Nagito and Sonia, and I forget the other two, they had soundproof rooms. So if you're gonna say Nagito, and that might be where you're going, but it's because he had a soundproof room. It's not because... Hang on. I mean, I think that's where we're going with this, right?
You're the only one!
Yeah, okay. But he had a soundproof room is why he didn't come out.
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
I don't think it's that easy.
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy.
Right.
You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something.
He was in his room.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't?
What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
He couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me.
Yeah, that's why she wouldn't have left her room. She got one of the prestige, like, deluxe rooms.
It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it. To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes
Oh,
for me
Chiaki
too.
had the other one? Okay.
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. But it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What is that?
The deluxe rooms are
You
soundproof.
still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
The only people who didn't hear the rumbling noise were Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The secret is, what do these three have in common? Could this also be the secret that points to the killer? No. No. Soundproof? Just be soundproof? Or deluxe room. Okay, gotcha.
I got it!
Ta-da.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right?
Yeah.
If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
Soundproof. 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 The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. The deluxe room was soundproof and has excellent air installation. The standard room, oh, I'm just kidding, may also have social installation, but it's pretty decent. Yep, and the Komi rooms are terrible.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
Soundproof, just like Hope's Peak back in the first game.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation.
Yes.
You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Sure, buddy.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
There were 4 deluxe rooms, so there were 4 people that should have had deluxe rooms and 4 people that shouldn't have been able to hear it. I think it's where they're going. But what if you don't remember who the 4 people were? It couldn't have been any of the girls then, because the 2 girls that had deluxe rooms didn't hear it. It's one of the fellas. We weren't on that side. We were on the girls' side, actually. They gave us the extra room they had. So, I mean, Fuyuhiko was already outside, so actually it's not him. Nekomaru's the one that died. It's not Nagito. No. No. I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. No. There's only one person. Even if you don't remember. I'll go through this. Watch. Okay, so if we start with the girls, because the girls had the strawberry house. Couldn't have been you, because you had a crummy room, you came out. Couldn't have been you, you were in the lounge. But it could have been you, you had the deluxe room. You had also the deluxe room, you couldn't hear. You also had the deluxe room, you couldn't hear. You had the standard. I think he had like the middle room. Nekomaru's the one that died. And then there's us, who actually was staying on the girls' side. So there's that. The only other dude. Oh no.
You're the only one! Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
He had the other deluxe room.
When the alarm rang,
And
at the
he was
Strawberry
standing
House
right
lounge,
there.
You rushed over there too, right?
You shouldn't have been able to hear it.
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it.
No.
So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Same reason that Fuyuhiko was. He was just out.
Now that you mention it.
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Please do.
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct?
That's true.
Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with a wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
Mm-hmm.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room, just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
What are you doing? That's yeah.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Yeah, defend yourself.
Answer me this. Including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction, how many ears do we possess?
10.
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Could be?
Is that your argument?
I mean, maybe it's a bit more specific than that, right? Like, every time we've talked to him, he's done that. Maybe just one of his devas noticed or something, came, got him.
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
This game hasn't been simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Is it obvious? Wait.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce?
You mean like how earlier I was saying this whole chapter was engineered despair instead of like the way it's usually been?
Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Monokuma doesn't like that.
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
The beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side.
Which is true.
If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be
He was
able
in
to
Strawberry
return to
House.
Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
Well, that's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Here's hope versus despair. Alright, what are we looking at? What? What haven't we used? Fujiko's account, I guess? Wall clock? Contact elevator? I don't know this one.
Elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
It wasn't!
As long as that
Nagito!
elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Okay, none of these bullets work. Nagito, say something.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
Nagito, speak.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
Nagito, speak.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
No, not an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me?
Sorry,
Why don't we
Gundam.
stop this already?
Sorry, Gundam. I gotta put you down. No.
That elevator was the only means of travel between...
No, that's wrong!
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
I'm maybe a little sad. Maybe.
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, why are you here? Yep, you teleported.
There's a
Chaos
secret
control.
passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Right.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Okay.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion.
I don't want to fight you.
If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
I don't want to fight
There's
you.
no way I can stop.
Did you don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Are you sure about that? Because I think you're already angry. What are we looking for here? The wire, goodnight button, tipped over pillar, pillar fragments, alarm clock, radio clock. What am I looking for here? Broken doorknob, oh, like where they got the things like the wire and stuff from? The wire would have had to have come from the armory, right? Okay.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Dang, okay. This one's gonna be difficult.
Of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of...
Allow me to cut
well,
through those words.
yeah, it took a while. It's so hard to angle.
The wire
But not
used to string
impossible.
up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon. And the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were
Alright.
various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
if that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now. Hey, what do you... First of all,
Wow,
by
really?
messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that,
Dang, okay.
Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower.
He's just gonna take
just
over?
like we did when we
Okay,
found out
Makoto.
the elevator
Tell
was
him,
broken.
Naegi.
Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in
I'm not even
Strawberry
pressing.
Hall wasn't broken,
He's actually just taking
so he
over.
was
I'm not
easily
doing
able to
that.
Enter Strawberry Tower, but surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Well, dang.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties, but even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded.
Right.
They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
Mm-hmm.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this,
Dang.
Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting.
Uh-oh.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
Uh-oh.
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all!
Oh, okay.
You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
Appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
Okay, finish what, though?
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Oh, we got a
Saying
battle?
You still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Yeah.
Just as I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument. It was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making
man.
someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other,
What's the other?
you must provide a reason that will persuade that human.
Oh, okay.
You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess I don't really want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an army that will leave you no choice but to be persuaded. We battling? Yeah. I kind of like this one. We have a larger influence gauge, too.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crush as David
Oh, I gotta reload.
prophesied.
Oh, what's the reload button?
I won't
What's the
let
reload
you.
button? Wait, how do I reload?
For the Tanaka
How do I reload?
Empire! Wither!
Okay, fever, just fever it. I forgot how to reload. I forgot how to reload.
Crush as David prophesies. Show me the cadaver!
I forgot the reload button. I forgot the reload button, so we just gotta go.
For the Tanaka Empire!
I don't know if we can break all the shields before our influence gauge runs out, actually, or our focus gauge.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crush as David prophesies! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire!
How do I reload?
Crushed as David prophesied! I won't
Up again.
let you! It's Nekomaru's back.
4
Do you
Dark
really think I can
Devas.
defeat
The
you so easily?
4 Dark Devas. The
You weakling! Pressure. Show me the cadaver!
wait.
Amen! Show
No,
me
go
the
for it
cadaver.
then. I think the game was like, wait, it's not supposed to be
It's
the
Nekomaru's back. Do you
the
really think I
4
can
Dark
defeat you so
Devas.
easily?
This is the end.
4 Dark Devas. The I think the game was like, wait, we're in fever mode, but the influence gauge is not being used.
You should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you had the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
I am.
Of course, it'd be impossible for a normal person, but it would have been possible for Gundam. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
When they got the scrap of paper. Oh. In accordance with the ancient contract, the time is come to limit your aid. Oh, when they press the button. Supernova Silver Fox Sandy. Yep.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mechamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
Oh
It
no.
appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere.
That's
now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own 2 hands.
No. No, I don't want to. I don't want to. Can that be an option? Because I don't want to. Who set the lounge's alarm clock? Alright. Who was in the lounge since early morning yesterday? What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? Beep bop boop. Nekomaru's weakness is... Oh, wait. No, they heard something. They didn't see him. The wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet? The killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? What was the fake weapon left at the tower? Man, none of these. Come on now. Who gathered at the lounge? Yeah, okay, there we go. Why did Nekomaru fall? Who heard the rumbling noise? Well, Akane, but that's literally this right here. What was the fake weapon left? The killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? The button, not the clock. The wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet. Nekomaru's weaknesses. The goodnight button, not the, What time did Fuyuhiko... Oh, what time? Fine. Who was in the lounge since early morning? Who set the lounge's alarm clock? Is that what we're supposed to do? Like this? That didn't... Okay. Sure. Who was in the lounge since early morning? What time did Fuyuhiko... Okay, the weakness, Nekomaru's weakness, the goodnight button. The wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet? The fake weapon. The killer destroyed what after... Nope, they didn't destroy the grape one. What was the fake weapon? This one. Who heard the rumbling noise? Well, everybody. Do I just... Is that really it? Who's in the lounge? Okay. What time? I guess it's this, but that's the same picture as that. That's the same picture. It can't be that. The killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? the button. Not this, though. Oh, wait, would we... they wrapped it around the doorknob. That's not... They could have just said, what did the wire wrap around, instead of what was wrapped around his feet. But, you know, that works, too. Let's see. Who was in the lounge since early morning yesterday? And then, what time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? The killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? Okay, this is Hajime. Yeah, so that looks like it's 5:30. So where's the time again? Not destroyed, okay. What time did Fuyuhiko? He saw him then. Last stock. Who was in the lounge this early morning? Yep, that'd be Fuyuhiko. And then last but not least, we have what did the killer destroy?
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Alright, let us take over Nagito. We know how to do this right.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
Right.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else.
The Gray Man back at it again.
That secret being Strawberry House and Grape House
Very
are actually
flexible.
the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Great Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m. But by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Tai Chi begins. Nekomaru went to Great Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Great Tower.
Alright.
So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck.
Oh no.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon.
The funhouse itself.
First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower.
Man, Gundam,
And to
dang.
keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall.
Gundam, man.
With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Jeez. 2,000 points? Holy crap. Oh, man.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
I wanna.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I'm gonna make the wrong one.
Please pull the lever. Oh, crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part.
Vivian now? What does that mean? Trial end, all rise. It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistake is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robot Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yeah, I said that without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish until we hear it from Gundam. No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Fall, my tears. Come on, don't make this harder for me. Why do you want to talk to one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct.
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean, explain? Fine then, I shall reveal it all.
Let's make
With the final
history.
dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse, and I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with the clocks on the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower, and this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to just do so. He could have run away, or even called for help. But he didn't turn his back to me. Instead, he chose to fight that risked his life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you.
He was serious, too. He gave it his all and tried to kill me. If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it.
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that? I'm so happy you called him Nekomaru.
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this.
His power.
This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I do not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
That's definitely Nekomaru.
Nekomaru need I. Your blood will drench the foundation of my empire.
That is...
Why did you fight? We're all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you.
However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting till you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. We tell us you just want to wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Do you mean that you'd rather die?
Fall.
Ever since we were locked in that building, everyone has been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up. Giving up on life, that's an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
You fools heard of the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lives engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you say giving up on life itself is?
I shall engulf
If a world
this
would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but blasphemy towards life.
I renounce
It is a
you.
violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that just to try to justify what you did? But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same way too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall, my tears.
But even so, don't you think it's better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh,
That belief is why you committed your crime.
you...
What the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make
Unlike
history.
Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well,
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that... Well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? Oh, come on! I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam
Just who do you think I am? I'm Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all of mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of the pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, got it. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Please wait!
This is just too much.
I beg of you!
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Huh?
Sonia?
I beg of you!
Oh no.
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, they're not mine. However...
What is it, my 4 dark devas of destruction?
Oh, come on.
Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared 4 dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Do I even want to watch? I mean, I gotta watch this one too. So it's a sacrifice play. That's what they basically just kind of hinted at there. Which makes a bit more sense, but also just makes this sadder. What? Gundam Tanaka, Stampede. No, they really are worried. What is he doing? What is he doing? Oh, you better work fast. You gotta work faster than that, buddy. They're coming. Oh, hello. Oh no. They Mufasa'd him. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still linger deep in our chest. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
I'm so pissed off, I need to throw something.
Damn it!
You all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all... Oh, wow. Really? I think you need to seriously pause yourself right now. No, okay, no, don't go that direction. You were coming off super aggressive, but don't go that way either. I think it's all a bad situation.
Worst.
Oh.
Such a downer, clearly, but still, even though we feel this way, we gotta do our very best.
You are right.
You're right. This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out, and I presume he'll be very cross with us. You're right. Oh, she's crying. She's trying to smile, but she's crying. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friend who died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. And if you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So, how long are you guys gonna stand around clattering? I can't even do the trial's over, so if it's okay for you to hurry back to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? So how long is he gonna keep doing this? How long is he gonna continue?
Now then.
After feeling down for so long, I can finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey,
That mood shift was really fast. It was.
Not
Ooh.
like that.
It's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? She's certainly something else. I'm starving.
Hey,
Let's go back now and eat. And then after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
right?
And then let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, at this point in the first game, like Byakuya said, I'm no longer participating in this game, and then everybody, like, no one did. Not this time, it looks like, though. With that, the class trial came to an end. Once again, we returned to Japrock Island. The size of our group had definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Who else? But probably, yep. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters, or maybe they reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. It'd get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Tell him, Nagi. Even if it costs me my life,
It's obvious.
for the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this. Meanwhile, the bomb.
Monokuma appears!
Who? Summon me!
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagato. Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see, so you can tell. Perhaps you found out who the traitor is. You know me well.
Well,
Is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet. I see, so you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So, why did you summon me anyway? Were you finally going to confess your love?
hey,
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh yeah, what about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received, but isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
you don't even
Well,
know?
there's a traitor from the future edition hanging among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hostpeak Academy, right?
Of course.
That's right, I reused the stuff from that former headmaster spent a lot of time making.
But
If this file contains the number of information about the traitor, was that person a former student of Hostpeak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
hey,
Could it be? This is your doing? Did you slip false information in this file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
well,
That's not my point.
right?
My point is you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all
Well,
riled up.
you're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along, but even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monami said after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No, no.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the Evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came to offer my cooperation, you know. Cooperation?
Hey,
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I...
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Absolutely. Obviously, that's a big no-no. I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you too. Well, I knew you would say that. Besides, I wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepletters such as myself in despair exist. You're right, you're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if it's someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, you must be extremely unlucky.
Like...
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Wow.
I am? Actually, I think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the only one who does it. I can eliminate despair from this island. I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope. The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey.
There's one more thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Oh, struck a nerve. Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
Well, answer my question. If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting? Oh no. It's not good. Alright, Bomb, do your thing. Do your stuff. How many days? 5? And it's 11:47 at night again? Okay. No, it's 11:13. Never mind. Do Ultimate Robot's Dream of Clockwork end? Seven of us left. Dang, man. Obtain, oh, the Hellhound Earring. Bred for destruction. Would you like to save? Yeah. And that's where we're ending this episode. That one was a sad one, actually. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell notification, the actual subscribe button. But I don't know which video will be next. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So until this time, take care and enjoy pizza responsibly. Thank you for watching.